Morning bache, welcome to your English class. In the previous lectures we discussed about the clauses, phrase and sentence, and then we discussed about the types of sentences, and today inshallah we are going to start with the new topic, and that is tenses. Before starting with the tenses bache, let me tell you why do we use tense. Clear? In English grammar we use the tenses just to be confirmed about when to tell you about the timings of the action. Clear bache? If there would have been no tenses, so there would have been so much ambiguity when the action was performed or when the action is being performed. Or clear? So we use the tense to have the information about that about the timings of an action. Okay, whether that action was being performed in the past, then action is performed in the present, or the action is going to be performed into the future. So just for your information, that is to tell you that we use tenses to tell you about to tell the people about the timings of an action. Clear bache? And basically the tense, how do we recognize the tense? Basically we recognize the tense from the verb of the sentence. Normally we have the sentence structure, that is SVO, that is subject, verb and object. So basically how do we recognize the tense, which tense it is? Basically from the verb of the sentence. Clear bache? Okay ji. So today's our topic is present indefinite tense, which we also call as the simple present tense. First of all, we are going to talk about in which situations are we going to use or for which actions are we going to use the present indefinite tense or the simple present tense. Clear bache? So the very first use is that when we are we going to use the simple present tense or present indefinite tense, that is for regular habits or daily routines. Bache, those actions which are performed on regular basis or which are the part of your routine, for those actions we use the present indefinite tense. For example, if you say I play saucer instead of saucer, if you say I play cricket, so that is the part of your routine. Like today you are playing cricket, like maybe on weekly basis you play cricket, on weekends you play cricket, so it means that is the action, that is the part of your routine. So that's why you are saying that I play saucer or I play cricket. Clear? Now look at the second example, like the school opens every morning at 7 a.m. Now this is the action which is repeated every day. Clear? Like every day the school timings are 7 a.m. So every day the school is going to open at 7 a.m. Clear bache? And see, this is his habit. Third sentence, he always forgets her bag. So this is his habit, that he always forgets her bag. Clear? So the very first use of simple present tense is that we use the simple present tense or the present indefinite tense for actions which are repeated on regular basis or which are your habits or which are the part of your routine. Clear bache? And the examples are I play saucer, the school opens every morning at 7 a.m. He always forgets her bag. I take cereals in my breakfast. So see, that is the part of your routine and that is the action which is repeated every day. Like every day you take breakfast and in breakfast you take cereals. So that's why you have used the present indefinite tense for that. Clear bache? See, the words written with in red color, they are the verbs of the sentence. So verb से हमें पता चल रहा है कि this is the present indefinite tense. Now the next use of the present indefinite tense is bache, that it's used for facts or generalization. Now what does it mean? Bache, in other words, I can say that the present indefinite tense is used for universal truths. Now what are the universal truths? Bache, that action or that thing which is same all over the universe, for those we use, for such things we use the present indefinite tense. For example, if I say that the sun rises in the east, so all over the world the sun rises in the east. In Pakistan it does rise in the east. In India it does rise in the east. In England it does rise in the east. And all over the world it's same, this action is same. So that's why we call it as the facts or generalization, or we call it as the universal fact or universal truth. Clear? So for universal fact or universal truth, we also use the present indefinite tense. If I say the stars shine at night, so all over the world, whichever country it is, whether that's Pakistan, India, England, America, Canada, Australia, all over the world, the stars shine at night. So this is the action which is same all over the world. So that's why we call them as facts or universal truths. So for universal truth, we use the present indefinite tense. Clear, bache? Like see, cats like milk. So this is the truth which is similar all over the world. Clear? That cats do like milk. Caracas is the capital of Venezuela. Windows are not made up of wood. Definitely windows are mostly made up of glass. Another sentence which I have just given you example, sun rises in the east. So this is also a fact, or this is also a universal truth. So bache, we have talked about the two uses we use for actions, or we use for such actions this present indefinite tense, which are the part of your routine or which are repeated on regular basis. And the second use was the second use is that we use it for universal facts or universal truths. Clear, bache? Okay. Now there are a bit of rules that you must know very well, but that is to make you understand, bache. To form the simple present, now grammar rules are there. To form the simple present, we add s to the infinitive of the verb in the third person singular. Clear, bache? In order to form the simple present tense, we have to add s with the verb if the subject of the sentence is singular and it's a third person pronoun. Clear? For example, I live hai, it's a first person pronoun and it's singular, so we have not put s with this. But if he lives hai, she lives hai, yeah, it lives hai, so it's a singular and it's a third person pronoun. That's why we have put s with the verb. Same, I sing hai, I is the first person pronoun and it's singular. Clear? So I के साथ we are not going to put s. But if it is he, she, it or they, if it is a third person pronoun, sorry, not they, if it is a third person pronoun and it's singular, so then we are going to put s with the verb. He sings, she sings, it sings. Clear, bache? Now but when the verb ends with o, ss, sh, ch, x, बच्चे these rules you already know. That is just to remind you कि अगर आपका verb they are ending with o or ss, sh, ch, x, so then we are going to add es with the verb. Clear? When it is a third person pronoun and singular. Clear, बच्चे? I go. Clear? I is a first person pronoun, so we are not going to put an s or es with it. Clear? लेकिन see, he, she, it, he goes, she goes, it goes. Acha, now if it is the verb is ending in double s, so still we are going to add es with it. I kiss, he kisses, she kisses, it kisses. I watch है first person pronoun है, so third person pronoun singular जो है he, she, it है. So he watches, she watches, it watches. Clear, बच्चे? So that is just to make you understand कि the verb basically depends upon the subject of the sentence. अगर subject is the first person pronoun, even if it is singular, तो आपने you are not going to put s or es with the verb. But if the subject is a third person pronoun and it's singular, then you are going to put s or es with the verb. Clear, बच्चे? Okay. Now, बच्चे, how to form the negative and interrogative from these sentences? Clear? Acha, in present indefinite tense, we have two helping verbs. Clear, बच्चे? We have two helping verbs. What are they? They are this one, do and does. Clear? Do जो है that is used with the plural and does is used with the singular. Clear, बच्चे? But we have an exception. First person pronoun I के साथ भी do use होता है, although it's singular, and second person pronoun you के साथ भी do use होता है, although it's singular. Otherwise he, she, it के साथ third person pronoun and if they are singular so we use the helping verb does. Clear बच्चे? For example, if I say इधर से देखे फर्स्ट सेंटेंस में I like. So this is the positive form or the affirmative form of sentence. Clear? अब इधर देखे I don't like या आप I do not like भी कह सकते हो. It both mean the same. Clear? It's a first person pronoun. I है, it's singular but still we are going to use the helping verb do with it. अब लिख see you like, you don't like. Clear? अब they like, they is a plural. बच्चे plural के साथ when the subject of the sentence is plural you are going to use do with it, and if the subject of the sentence is third person pronoun and singular then you are going to use does with it. Clear? Like for example they like, अब negative इसका क्या है? They don't like. Clear बच्चे? Now coming to see the third person pronoun of the singular subject of the sentence and which is third person pronoun. Clear? She अच्छा देखिए she doesn't like, he doesn't like, it doesn't like. If we change into the question form, how would it? अच्छा बच्चे one thing more. Whenever you are going to change the sentence into the question form, whichever tense it is, you have to take the helping verb of that sentence into the very start of the sentence. That is, for example, over here we have the helping verb do and does. If I want to change these sentences into interrogative, so I will take the helping verb of these sentences into the very start of the sentence. Clear? Like see, do I like, do they like, do you like, does she like, does he like, does it like. Clear बच्चे? And ये these are the negative form. She doesn't like, she singular है and this is the third person pronoun, so she doesn't like. अगर she की जगह if I add they, so they doesn't like गलत होगा. It should be they don't like because they is plural. Plural के साथ हम do लगाते हैं और don't लगाते हैं, and with singular we use does and doesn't. Clear बच्चे? I hope it must be clear. Helping verbs are do and does. Do we use with the plural and the first person pronoun I and you, and does we use with the singular, that is he, she, it. Clear? Now बच्चे हमारे पास we have three types of three forms. अब आप कह ले कि first of all we have the affirmative sentence. What is affirmative बच्चे? Affirmative जो है that is just the sentence which gives you information about something. Clear? Then आप उसको you can change the affirmative sentence into a negative sentence by adding negation with it, not. Clear? And then you can change the same sentence into affirmative sentence ko you can change it into the interrogative. I told you how will you change it into interrogative, by taking the helping verb that is do and does into the very start of the sentence. Now look at the examples bache. See, I live, I is singular and first person pronoun hai. Although I is singular but it's a first person pronoun, we are going to use don't with it. I do not live. Question hoga, do I live? You live. You don't live. Do you live? Ajay, look at this. The third one, he lives. Now he is a third person pronoun and singular, so he doesn't live. अब इसके साथ does or doesn't आएगा. Clear? And if you want to change it into question form, does आप बिल्कुल sentence के start में लाएंगे. Does he live? She lives. She doesn't live. Does she live? It lives. It doesn't live. Does it live? Clear बच्चे? So these are basically affirmative. I told you affirmative are those sentences which just states you or which states an information or which just give you information about something. Negative are those sentences when you negate something or when you add not into that. Clear? Interrogative are those sentences when you ask a question. Clear bache? I hope this is clear. If something is not clear, you can put a question into your O level 1 group. We talked about the uses of the present indefinite tense, that in which situation can we use the present indefinite tense. then we talk about the subject of the sentence, when the subject is first person pronoun, second person pronoun, and when the subject is plural. So we are going to use the helping verb do with that. Clear? And when the subject is a third person pronoun and it's singular, so we are going to use does with that. Clear? But if the subject is plural, then we are going to use do with that. And then we talked about the affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. Okay, thank you, bache. Have a blessed day.